Welcome to the Hornet Action News. I'm Winta.
I'm Ayana.
And I'm Sasha.
And we're here with the announcements. Today is Wednesday, November 5th, and here we go. So breakfast hours are from 7:25 a.m. to 7:35 a.m. Students will need to be inside the cafeteria prior to the first bell at 7:25 a.m. And the only students allowed to get breakfast are those with late bus passes. After 7:35 a.m., the only students able to get breakfast will be those with study hall.
All right, so the librarians in the library need all overdue books to be returned as soon as possible. If not, accountabilities will be printed.
2019 yearbooks are on sale online. You can go to their website, ybpay.com. Use the school code. Books are $75. If ordered online before January 1st, they will include your name stamped in gold on a cover along with a 16-page current events section. Seniors can also order book Visa senior assessments, but they will not receive a name stamp or annual sections, so order early to get the best value.
Math hoodie orders are due December 18th. The math department is doing hoodies, dry fit shirts, and just school approved shirts this year. So the avoid negativity dry fit or hoodies are going to be due by Tuesday, December 11th. They will be delivered on December 18th. See Ms. J in room 142 to place your order.
And I also have one of those shirts. This is an example of how it's going to look.
That's exactly what you're ordering.
Yeah.
Just in gray or black.
Yep. And the winter sports update, no paperwork after December 12th. No gold card, no play. The first shipment of the clothing order is going to be stopped in the AD office to pick it up. You can stop at the AD office to pick your order up.
Every Monday is the LGBTQ Safe Club, and it's after school, 3:30 in room 206.
If you would like to learn the sport of dance every Monday, please come to the yoga room. 2 professional dancers will be there to help you with hip hop, break dance, or freeform dance. No experiences is needed, and you have to dress appropriately because you're going to be dancing.
All right, and now it's the cheerleading tryouts. We have it December 4th, this Tuesday and Thursday, and also December 6th, and it's in 5:30 at the back gym.
On Wednesdays is the yoga club, and if you're interested, you are welcome. It's from 2:30 to 3:15 in the middle gym. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to talk to Ms. Rodriguez in room 137.
So the Sign Language Club meets every Wednesday. They will meet at 2:15 a.m. to 3 p.m. in room 151. See Ms. Dickey in room 151 for more information.
And the yearbook meeting is canceled for this week, so it's going to be next week, and all are welcome. It's room 184.
Wednesdays, Hornet Action News, Video Communication Club, and Newspaper Club meet every Wednesday, in the TV studio, room 215A for weekly news shows. We're always looking for reporters and news anchors. See Mr. Bacon in room 138 or 215A.
The EH350 Environmental Club meets every Wednesdays right after school in room 128A until 2:45 p.m. All are welcome to attend, and please see Mr. Sparks or Mr. Swed with any questions.
The Human Rights Club meet this Thursday right after school in room 128A until 2:45 p.m. All are welcome to attend. You can see Mr. Swede or Mr. Sparks with any questions.
National Honor Society General Membership Meeting is after school in the lecture hall. Attendance for all members is mandatory. Please see Ms. Hawkslads in room 27B.
The Silver Lane Bowling Alley needs volunteers for the handicap bowling, which is every Friday from 4 to 6:30. Bring your friends and see Ms. Cody and guidance for more information.
All right, the Child Care Help Service Learning. If you live near O'Brien STEM School, they're in need of child care during their school governance council meetings monthly. Each session is 1.5 hours from 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can see Mrs. Bryan in room 138 for more info.
Breakfast with Santa is Saturday, December 8th from 8 to 12 p.m. in the East Hartford High School cafeteria. If you are interested in helping out, feel free to stop by room 146 or send an email and sign up. We are in need to 30 to 40 volunteers who will get at least 4 hours of service learning hours.
The Student Council is in need of a Santa for the Breakfast with Santa on December 8th. If you are good with children, think this job description fits you, see Ms. Rivard in room 146 for more information.
All right, if there's any volunteer opportunities that doesn't interest you, there's tons that you can find. You can go on the website www.volunteerconnecticut.com. You can find a wide variety of volunteer work that interests you. You can talk to a group of friends or the Connections group and start something up at our school.
The Hearth at Glastonbury is looking for volunteers to assist with games and activities for the elderly. Please see Miss Messenger in guidance if you are interested in volunteering.
Miss Marinko is looking for Iron Hornet crew volunteers, so if you're interested, see her in room 213 to get your permission slips and more information.
All right, if you need more service learning hours, Mr. Bacon need help from students to film after-school sports events for service learning hours. You can see him in 215A or 138.
And also, if you want to create your own club, it's not too late. All you need is 10 members and an adult advisor in East Hartford High School, and see Miss Bernard in athletic office.
So we have 2 full weeks until Christmas break, and we have a lot of things going on in those 2 weeks. One of the first ones we have is Breakfast with Santa. It's a student council hosted event that is on December 8th, which is this Saturday, from 9:30 to 11:30 in the East Hartford High School cafeteria.
This craft-filled event will keep your child busy as they move from table to table, creating many different age-appropriate crafts after they had breakfast. And highlights of this fun-filled event is creation of wooden toy cars and trucks in our hood shop, along with the opportunity to visit the Santa and Mrs. Claus. And yeah.
If you are interested in attending, tickets are $5 for adults and children 3 and older. They can be obtained for any student council executive board member or by sending a reply to this email.
Ms. Rivard would like to thank everybody that will participate. No. Ms. Rivard would like to thank all the students that have helped with the creation of this event and with the success of this event. And don't forget to write your letters to Santa. Have a wonderful 2 weeks till Christmas. We will probably be back next week, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Coming up, I will be interviewing our yearbook editor-in-chief, Sam Kardash. So stay tuned. That is it for us, though. So have a wonderful night.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on?
Whoa. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay. Okay. 2. Okay.
Tyrone, I thought you had a meeting, bro.
Me and my entourage. Sam. Me and my entourage.
What the hell?
Okay.
Are you guys just gonna be the background dancers this whole segment?
Yo, come on, start the show. Start the show, bait man. Bait. Come on, like, baby.
Hi, I'm Winta. I'm back here with the one, the only, our yearbook editor-in-chief, Sam Kardash.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. This is my first interview. I'm very nervous.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So, Sam, how's the yearbook coming along this year?
The yearbook is great. We have made at least 40 pages. We are on our second deadline. We are about halfway done. We are gathering pictures. We are putting together pages, and we are rolling.
Exactly. So, what are some things that seniors are doing special this year?
Well, we have some pretty big things coming in for the senior sections this year. So I am the editor-in-chief of the yearbook. So I'm the head photographer. I'm responsible for that. I take pictures of all of the student life. I advise our yearbook meetings. I correspond with my assistant principal, the principal, Matt Ryan, our club advisor, Mr. Campbell, and the rest of the student body.
That's wonderful. So, tell me more about what got you into this yearbook club.
Wow. I love photography. I love the students. Some of them can, you know.
Definitely.
But Mr. Campbell, I have a great relationship with him. So, and since he is the advisor of the club, I got really involved and really invested. My sister was the yearbook advisor last year, so Kardash took over this year.
Of course. We wouldn't want it any other way. What is photography something that you would like to go forward with, or is it just a hobby at the moment?
I think photography may not be a career choice, but is definitely embedded in my lifestyle. I love capturing moments, and I love being in the moment. So being a photographer and being a model, it helps me behind the camera and in front of the camera.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I know it's not always easy being in charge, and how is it being editor-in-chief, the stresses, and how you handle that with your schoolwork?
Let me tell you, being in charge and being a boss is always hard, always challenging. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. And I'm doing it. It's really hard, I will tell you that. I will admit that. Balancing school, work, and then another job as being the yearbook editor-in-chief on top of that is a lot of work, but time management is very crucial, and dedication, passion, and drive is what brings me along.
So I understand this year is your senior year, and how is it going so far?
This year is a breeze. I feel like I'm a third-year senior at this point. Senior year is a breeze, but is the most important year. We are, me and you included, we are both getting ready to leave the Hornet hallways and go into the world, and that's what we're preparing for.
Definitely. That's crazy. So, Christmas is in 2 weeks. How are you preparing for that?
I'm preparing by going to the gym every day because, you know, when Christmas comes, we're letting loose. So definitely got to get your body in shape. Stay hydrated because it's getting really cold out there. And I'm just getting in the Christmas spirit. I'm letting the people that I love know that I love them, and I'm spreading joy, happiness, and Kardash love.
Mm-hmm. I understand that you have been nominated as the voice of East Dartford High. And tell me more about that.
I was.
What kind of things have you done to get you that spot?
Well, it has been a long road to get in the position I am right now as a senior in East Dartford High School. I have a very close relationship with our principal, Mr. Ryan, even though it didn't start that way. But he handpicked me to be the voice of East Hartford High School this year. So that means that I do the morning announcements. So I'm always talking to Mr. Ryan, I'm talking to Miss Rivard, Mr. Campbell, Miss Messenger and Guidance. I'm corresponding with all these people to let the student body know what's going on.
That's wonderful. So, I'm trying to think of something to say. I had an idea in mind, but
You could say, like, what other things do you do with photography outside of yearbook, so I can talk about the graduation video.
So outside of yearbook, what is other things that require your photography skills?
Well, I photograph almost all of the school events. I go to like the National Honor Society induction. I will be attending the Breakfast with Santa. So basically, I photograph all of the events and use them for the yearbook to send to donors that donate money to our school. And most importantly, my current project is the graduation video for 2019, our class. When the students are walking across the stage, we have a slideshow of the students, and we have a picture of them, their name, and where they're going to college, or whatever post-secondary plans they have. So right now, I'm in the works. I'm working one-on-one with each student in the class, and I'm trying to get a really candid, personal, and most importantly, natural photo of them in their best element to be shown as they walk across the stage and get their diploma.
Yep. And now you seem like you do a lot for the yearbook.
I
So what's going to happen when you graduate and there's no Sam Kardashian anymore?
There is no Sam Kardashian. There is one and only, and he's sitting right here.
Yeah.
But I'm working very closely with the rest of the members in the yearbook club, and I'm training them to become great photographers, great editors, and even better members of the Hornet community. So hopefully, when I leave, there will be many people to pass the torch on to.
Definitely. Now, before we go, any advice that you have for any of the viewers out there? Whether they be students, parents, whatever it is.
Students, parents, teachers, members of the community, spread love. I would say that's my number one thing that I would give advice. Spread love. Be yourself, because who else are you going to be? And have a dashing day.
Absolutely. Tyrone, can you zoom out so we could, oh, never mind, it's zoomed out. And that will be all for today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It was a pleasure
My
having
first
you
interview,
here.
it was great.
I'm sure it's one of the many to come. You know.
We got the voice of East Hartford High School and the face of East Hartford High School.
Definitely.
We're taking over.
Absolutely. You know.
Watch out.
Get ready for us. Anyways, that was Sam Kardashian that we spoke to just now. A very riveting interview we just had. One of my first interviews that I've done closely like this. And it was a pleasure to have it be a friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine. And
Yes.
that is all for today. I am Winta.
I am Sam Kardashian.
And this is us signing out. Have a wonderful night.
Welcome to Hornet Action News. I'm Cheyenne, and this is
Alyssa.
and I'm here to talk about her opinions on school. So my first question is, would you rather have shorter or longer periods?
Well, I personally think that the periods are like good as is because like it gives us just enough time to like do what we have to do and like
So yeah, I understand what you're saying. So, well, now let's talk about the teachers. What are your opinion on them?
I think they're okay. Like I think some of them could be like a little bit more lenient. I think that's the right word. Like not so harsh on the kids. But at the same time, other teachers could be like way more strict because they're like, oh, you can do this and I'll still give you an A, but then the student like won't do any of the work. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I think.
Now, how about the students?
The students, they could be better. There's like a lot of good kids, but at the same time, there's a lot of bad kids. It's like not just in our grade, 9th grade, but like all of the grades. You know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a student myself, and I'm one of the good students.
Yeah.
But like, I understand. So, so school rules. Tell me about it.
Like meaning which rules?
Like the rules that all students technically hate. Like, we have to wear uniforms, no phones out, sweatshirts away. We need IDs for lunch. Just the basic rules that no one really likes.
Yeah. Well, starting off with like the rule that you have to put like sweaters and coats away, like you can't have it with you in class. I really don't like that rule because when you think about it, like a lot of the lockers don't work. Like they could, since the lockers are so old, they tend to get stuck really easily. but they should allow us to at least like hang it on the back of our chair and like take care of it, because some of the students, they would like leave their coats and book bags on the floor, in the middle of the floor, and it'll be everywhere. So then that's when the rule like comes into play. And as it goes with the phones, they should, in my opinion, they should let us use it for like calculators if there's not enough calculators. But at the same time, I think that the rule of us having it put away is actually very good, because it is a distraction. But at sometimes there's those times where you're like, hey, I want to take a picture on Snapchat, but then the teachers yell at you like, hey, you can't do that. It's like, yeah. You know.
Yeah, I get it. So I'm just gonna throw in my opinion real quick with that. I totally agree with you with the coasting. Like, I understand the benefits of leaving your coats in class so people don't steal. The lockers don't work half of the time. And like the non-benefits is like people just throw their stuff on the ground, and then the teacher will be like, can you pick that up? For example, Jeremy leaves his backpack on the floor, like in the middle of the floor, and the teacher asks to pick it up, but he doesn't pick it up. So I understand both ways. And the phones, I totally agree with that.
Yes.
So yeah. And just another question is, should kids be able to leave during their lunch period?
Most definitely if they have a car, because obviously not all kids like the school lunch, and they would like to, say, get like some Subway or something. They want to get something that's different. And if they have a car, if they have a license, and they're responsible enough, they can go out to their car, take a few friends if they want, bring them to the store, but they have to be back at the school, inside the school building, before lunch period ends, so they're not late to their next class. But when you think about it, there's like pros and cons of it, because they can like take advantage of the thing and like really not use it in the right way. But then at the same time, there are those responsible kids that will take advantage of it, but in a really good way.
I see what you mean now. I'm getting hungry, even though my period is like...
We literally have lunch right after this.
Yeah, so, and how about free periods? Like, should we be able to leave if we have a free period?
I don't think so, because, like, what if there's an emergency and, like, somebody is, like, in dire need of that student, or parent is going to pick them up and the student's, like, on the other side of town? So, yeah.
And in conclusion, what do you think about the school's environment? Like,
It's a tough question, honestly. It's a good place. Like, East Stratford High School is a really good place. Like, you don't do that much, like, extracurricular stuff, but you get, like, the education and the academics that you really need to succeed in life. Like, kids say, oh, we don't need a typing class, but when you think about it, you can, like, apply for a job and, like, be, like, a CEO of something, like a manager of something, and you're gonna need the skill of typing very fast for, like, papers and stuff. But then they're gonna look back and they're like, oh, wow, I really should have taken that class seriously. Now I have to type with 2 fingers. So, yeah.
yeah, I get it. Just to throw in another one of my opinions, I'm just saying, it's like, with the environment of the school, it's like, I like school in a way because I have good teachers, I have good periods, I have good classmates around me because I'm technically in all the good classes. But, you know, it's just like, sometimes you're just having a bad day, an off day, and you're just like, oh, I hate school. But, like, you really don't. It's just depending on if you really want to learn or not. And if you really want to learn these skills that you might need in your future life, or in college if you decide to go. It's like, school's a good place. It's a good place to learn and meet new people, and just, I don't know, just...
It, like, teaches you how to deal with, like, the outside world. And, like, I feel like having a bad day, you can't, like, curse out the teacher, because that way you're going to get yourself, obviously, into more trouble. You could just simply say, like, hey, I'm having a bad day. Can I go, like, sit outside the hallway, get my work done there? But with the students that do those things to the teachers, I really think they, like, put a negative impact on the on like the school environment because it like messes with the teachers, and then the teachers take it on other students, and then those students get mad at the teachers, and it's just like chaos from there.
Yeah, I understand. It's like, I feel like it's the opposite with good kids and bad kids. Like, the good kids might say they hate school because teachers don't give them much attention. They get in trouble a lot because of the bad kids affecting the teachers,
Yeah,
and
their
they
behaviors.
yeah, and they feel like as in the bad kids are the good kids, and they're the bad kids because the teachers paying more attention to them than them.
Yes.
So, like, as you understand, like, I'm a good kid, you're a good kid too. And I don't feel like the teachers hate me or in any way. I just know that they have to pay more attention to the people not learning and stuff.
Yeah.
So then make sure everyone has a fair trade of learning, and yeah. So I just want to say thank you for Alyssa for coming out and speaking her opinion on school. And thank you. I just want to say it was nice talking to you. Thank you. And that was Hornet Action News. See you next time.